another video. It is Thursday, September 19th. It is about 8:30 in the morning. I am just leaving the shop. I have the 47 with the small cart on. I'm headed down to the Agnew field. Jonesy is officially back today. He wasn't feeling well for about the first week of harvest there. So I took over in the big tractor for him, but he is officially back today. So I am officially being kind of demoted back down to my normal tractor. I love the big tractor, but I also love this one. So we are back and ready to roll. So I'm going to take the truck down to the Agnew field. We're going to keep on chopping up the south side, and we're going to see what we can get done today. All right, guys, I just got here to the Agnew field with the small cart and the 47. And we are about to dump off the combine, off what we combined the other day. Jonesy is currently getting himself situated in the big tractor. So we're gonna get this set up. All right, first dump on the little cart for the year. It'll be nice having both carts because I always came up a hole and a half, 2 holes short with just the big cart. So this little cart will compensate for that. So I'm gonna get this full and get her out of the way. All right, first dump off the little cart here. A lot different. My position has to be way different with this one. I had to loop around the truck and come back. But I guess you have a busted hydraulic hose on the big tractor now. It wasn't me, it worked for me just fine. I guess the hydraulic hose for the gate is not working properly. So I'm gonna dump on Dad's truck here, and I'm gonna go back out and chase the combine. I'm just gonna start doing my job in this thing. It's weird going back to a clutch. You don't have to use the clutch of the big tractor because it's got a hydrostat, but on this puppy, you gotta use the clutch. So it is a little bit weird going back to old school compared to running one of the newer pieces of equipment, but that's all right. Give me a day and I'll get back used to this thing again. But I'm gonna get dumped here, and we're gonna see what we can do. All right, we just got the hydraulic hose replaced on the 8320 in the grain cart. So it's back in service, ready to go. So that gives me a chance to actually shut down and get out and stretch my legs, and I gotta wait on a truck. Because I've had to do everything with this little cart. I can only hold one combine dump. So I've been going back and forth, back and forth. I've filled 2 trucks. I've sent both trucks off by myself in this unit today. This is my normal harvest unit, the 4760 and the small 525 J&M grain cart. But Jonesy is back in service. And so yeah, Jonesy's back in service and the tractor's back in service. So they are dumping right now, and that cart can hold 2 combine dumps. So it's nice, the way we have it set up is 1 dump from Jonesy on a truck, and then a dump from me will fill a truck up pretty good. So that's what we're gonna do. You can see Jonesy out there with the 8320. I already miss her. Going from a brand new fancy pants tractor back to old school. I mean, I love this one, but it's just weird going back to it because now I gotta use the clutch and things are just a little bit different. But I'm getting used to her again. But I'm just stretching my legs here for a minute. I'm gonna get back in the tractor. And when Scott gets back, I've still got about half a wagon full. If I didn't have half a wagon, I'd be back out by the combine chasing him, but it's not worth me going back out there right now until I'm empty. So I gotta sit here and wait until Scott shows back up, and then I will dump and I'll head back out in the field, start chasing, and we'll go from there. Here comes Jonesy with the 8320. He's a full boy too. Well, I guess I'm not full, but he's full. So he's gonna join me in playing the waiting game to unload on a truck. I'm gonna jump out and tell him how I'm keeping track of loads. So in case he fills a truck and I don't, he can let me know that he sent one off and I can mark it on my phone. But both grain carts are in action for the first time for Harvest 2024. Jonesy is back on the mend. We're happy to have him back and have him feeling better, ready to rock and roll. And I am in my tractor ready to rock and roll. But I'm gonna give him the rundown and we're gonna have to sit here and wait for a truck to show up. So I just went back and gave Jonesy the rundown on helping me keep track of loads. And he asked me how much room I had on my cart. So Jonesy's just gonna fill me up. He's gonna put on what he can on me so that he can possibly go out and have another hopper's worth. He can kind of keep Tom running. Because if the combine ain't running, we ain't making money. So if we can, obviously we're gonna have downtime, but doing stuff like this is trying to alleviate that as much as we can. So Jonesy's just gonna dump on me what he can and fill me up. And then when Scott gets here, I'll dump and completely empty out and I'll be back on the run, going back out to the combine. Now that both carts are fixed, I think we'll have a pretty steady day. Not much downtime, I don't know, we'll see. But Jonesy's gonna fill me up here. He's gotta open his gate up. I hope that hose works. Yep, the hose worked. I was gonna say, that's the hose that wasn't working, was the one on his gate, so. And he's not opening it up all the way because he doesn't want to overfill. But he's gonna fill me up and we're gonna wait for a truck to get here. Alright guys, it is now 5:40. We are still here in the Agnew South field. I'm just bringing up another load on my cart. We've now officially sent off 11 truckloads today, and this cart here will start load number 12 on my dad. We've been working pretty hard today. We got some potential rain coming in tonight, so it doesn't look like it's going to be an awful lot, but it's going to be enough that I think we're working hard. Hopefully it doesn't influence racing tomorrow night. If the boss says we don't need to be in the field, or he'll let us leave the field tomorrow. We have our 2-night nationals races Friday and Saturday that we might be going to, as long as we can get out of the field. But if the boss says we're going to run out here. Work comes first this time of year. But I'm going to get this up. My phone's actually about dead, so this might be the last clip from today. I can't charge my phone in this tractor. The port doesn't work for plugging in my car charger. But that's okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this up here and dump it when I can, and we'll see what happens, guys. All right, everybody, good morning. It is Friday, September 20th. It is 8:30 in the morning. We are back down here at the Agnew field. We got the big Agnew South patch completely done last night. and then we took the combine up the road to a small patch and got it done. But now we have to drop the head on the trailer to take it up the road to do another 10-acre patch, and then that'll be done. And then it sounds like we're moving equipment possibly back up to the Dian field. So we're gonna get this head dropped and get combining. All right guys, it's now 12:15 in the afternoon. We got all the equipment moved. We are back up here at the field that we call Dian's. We did this patch and that patch the last time we were here, and now we are going to continue our efforts. We have another patch way over there to the east, and then we got the whole south side of the road and across the railroad tracks over there. So we've got quite a bit to do here. I think now is the time we're gonna stay here until it's done. But we got the big grain cart sitting over there behind the trucks. I'm here with the little one. Combine is here, getting the head hooked on right now. But we are gonna get going, getting the combine ready to go, and we are gonna keep on combining. All right guys, it's now 5 o'clock. We are here still at the Dian's field, and I just shut the tractor down. We pretty much got the biggest patch left on the north side done. We still have a patch on this side to do, but they decided to jump over to the really big section on the south side of the highway. We started knocking it out, sent out about a load and a half from that side, but we got the word from the boss. He said, let's just fill up my dad's truck all the way one more time, and he'll come and dump it. And then he just said, fill up the carts, fill up the combine, fill up the equipment, and shut her down. So I am full, so I am shut down, and I've already packed my stuff up and moved it out for the day. But Jonesy and Tom are down there dumping right now. I think that's the first dump, maybe the second dump, but they were gonna get their pieces of equipment full and bring them back here across the highway so that we can shut down. I think that's gonna do it for us today here in the field. We got a lot done, so that's awesome. The morning was spent moving equipment from the Agnew field, and then we knocked out some corn this afternoon here at Dian's again. So thank you guys for joining us today, and I guess we'll see what tomorrow brings. All right, everybody, good morning. It is Monday, September 23rd. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. We are just firing up for the day. We are down here at the Dian's South Patch. Our farthest north field, we're on the South Patch, and we got done with the big section along the highway, and we actually just got started across the railroad tracks. I just got my first dump on for the day. I had the cart full overnight. We got the truck filled first thing this morning, and now Jonesy is going to be following the combine, so I'm going to get across these railroad tracks and get across the highway and park on the north side where we load trucks, and we're going to get going here. So as I'm approaching the railroad tracks here, we got this little patch here, and then we got to disconnect the head and move it up to another small patch on the north side, about a 10-acre piece on the north. And then we are going to be completely done with this field. The field we call Dian's. And then I think we are going to be going and grabbing our bean head. Kind of got a slope here I got to deal with. We're going to be grabbing our bean head. And I think we're switching to beans this afternoon. I'm going to wind her up and lock my diff lock. Make sure no trains are coming. And we are clear, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to cross the tracks. All right. Shut the diff lock off. I always lock my differential when I'm going up these steep hills, especially when I have a load on so I don't spin out the tractor. So we crossed the railroad tracks. Now we just got to cross the highway. We got this big patch done yesterday. But this patch is done. The north side is all done except for that 10-acre piece to the east. But I'm going to get this thing across the highway here. I'll show you guys that process real quick, because I don't think I've shown you. But this should be our last day of corn harvest for a little while. I think by the sounds of it, we're switching to beans this afternoon. So I'll give you guys all new content. I haven't been filming the last few days because I filmed so much of corn harvest. So I'll film a little bit of bean harvest so you guys can see what it looks like. All right, no cars popping the bridge, no cars hitting the hill. Wind her up, lock my diff. And as long as nobody pops the hill while I'm crossing, we are golden. Golden goose. All right, we are clear. Shut the differential off and wind her back down. And just like that, we are across into the north section where we load trucks. So I'm just gonna swing around and park over here and wait for a truck to get here. And we are gonna load. But I think we're gonna have some bean harvest in this video, which is awesome. So we are gonna wrap up this cornfield, and we'll see how we get along with beans this afternoon. All right, guys, it's now 3:30, and I am on the road dumping our last load. This probably only end up being half to 3/4 of a load on this truck, but the last of our corn off of the Dian's field, and this field is done. The combine is already back at the shop with the head disconnected. The head is still here, but me and Jonesy are both gonna dump and take our tractors back to the shop, and then we're gonna come back down and grab the head. Then we'll have to go get the bean head, and I think either this afternoon or tomorrow we are going to hammer down and start working on beans. So I am gonna get empty and get off the road so Jonesy can get on, and I'm gonna get this thing back to the shop. All right, guys, it is now the 24th, Tuesday. It is just past noon. We are just firing up the tractors. We had some trouble calibrating the bean head and the feeder house and everything on the combine to our bean head. But as you can see, we are officially now out in the field running the combine with the bean head. Jonesy is ahead of me in the big cart up there, and I am right behind. But I think we are fired up and we are ready to rock and roll. So I'll take you guys along a little bit today, and I'll show you guys kind of what bean harvest looks like. This is our first cutting of beans of the year, so hope you guys enjoy. But I'll give you kind of a look at it as I get out there. First dump of beans on my cart. Jonesy's up dumping on Dad right now on the black peat. And I'm getting my first bit to probably just fill the truck up. But me and Dad went down and got the bin site all set up. We're taking the beans down to the bin site today. Beans are just a little wet. Ideal moisture for beans is 13. We took a sample into town and it was testing 13.6. So just a little above what we'd like it to be. Alright guys, it's now 4 o'clock and we are unfortunately shutting down because we have a rain shower that is currently coming through, and plus on top of that the combine keeps plugging. The beans are just too wet and stiff today, so we are just gonna shut down for the day. It's supposed to be sunny, the sun's supposed to be out, and it's supposed to be dry the next few days, so that'll really help the beans cut smoother. I was chasing the combine to get a dump, but when the rain started coming, they called Jonesy, and they just wanted to dump it on Jonesy because his cart has a tarp on it. So the beans are in the big cart, tarped, and I'm just gonna park this inside the hoop building, out of the way. I'm empty, I don't have anything on, but I'm gonna park it inside the hoop shed just to be safe. Just a shower going through, nothing major, just enough to shut us down is all. But we are gonna shut down. Of course, Jonesy's pulling in there too, so I'll pull in beside him. But I guess this rain has shut us down, our first weather shutdown of the year. But we are gonna get this stuff parked inside and figure out a game plan for tomorrow, and we'll see what happens then. All right, everybody, good morning. It is now Wednesday, the 24th. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm out here at the shop, behind the shop in the field. Figured I'd give you guys a close-up look at the combine with the bean head on. All you guys have seen is it running in the field, so I figured I'd give you guys a nice up-close view of the bean head on our S780 John Deere combine. It's been doing pretty good. It's just the beans were just pretty stiff yesterday. A lot of cloud cover, and we had some light rain that shut us down. So those are all factors that were causing the beans to be a little bit wetter and harder to cut. The combine could only do about 3 miles an hour, or else the combine was bucking because of how stiff the stalks were. But today is just a beautiful day. No clouds this morning. They're calling for a few clouds to roll in this afternoon, but just some light puffy clouds, nothing too major. Still plenty of sunshine today. Light breeze, which is going to be good, and the sunshine is going to be the biggest factor in drying these beans up, because the thing about beans is they are very temperamental to the weather. Like right now, if we were harvesting corn, we could be jumping in the tractors, jumping in the combine, and just going. And we could be in the field right now harvesting corn. But the thing about beans is this, in the mornings, especially like these beautiful fall mornings, it's so dewy in the mornings that the moisture is way too high on these beans. And see, it takes a little bit for them to pop. The shells are soft yet, they're wet. They don't usually, they pop right open if they're dry and ready to go. But yeah, see, it's soft. I'm not even breaking it. It's just soft right now. That's just due to the dew and the moisture. Give it a few hours at least this morning. Let the sun shine down on it. It'll dry out really nice. That light breeze and the nice clear sky with the sun beating down on it will do amazing things for these beans. And I think it'll cut way better today. And I think the dogs like running around in the beans too. But these are the beans. I know I haven't really shown you guys any beans this year, but these are the beans on the stalks. The leaves are all nice and dead and dropped, and the plants are ready for harvest. It's just we got to wait until it dries up a little bit out here. Give it a few hours, closer to the noon hour. Get into the late morning, early afternoon, and we will be able to get out here and hammer down again and get some more beans cut and hopefully have a little bit better success today. We're not getting rained out today, that's for sure. It's not going to rain today, nor for the next 9 days. They're really not calling for much of any rain. There's a chance we might get a little bit of scattered showers this weekend, as kind of like remnants of the tropical storm that's going on down in the Florida area. But other than that, we are pretty clear up here. Beautiful fall conditions for harvest. So it's just a matter of waiting until a little bit closer to the noon hour, and once the beans dry up a little bit, we can get out and hammer down, and we'll get started. Alright guys, it's now about 9 o'clock at night. I just got done. I got my cart filled, and the boss told me to just park it and just leave it full for the evening. This is the first time in harvest that we've gone past sunset and into the pitch black, and unfortunately my phone was dead, and I can't charge my phone with the car charger in the tractor because that port doesn't work. Because I use my phone on Spotify all day for music, because the radio doesn't work in that tractor. So unfortunately, I was not able to take you guys along for me in there. But all they're doing is they're going to fill up the big cart, and Jonesy's going to bring it up and dump whatever he can to fill that up. And they're shutting down for the evening. We didn't get started till about 11:30-ish. We were finally going strong and going nonstop, and we've gone nonstop since then until now. We got the big section done here at the field right behind the shop, and we've now crossed the creek, and we are doing the south patch, the 50-acre piece on the other side of the creek. And so we'll get that knocked out tomorrow, and then we will probably move to the west a field. We farm quite a few bean fields right here on this road, so we'll just jump over to another field, and we'll keep on combining beans. But looks like I see some lights coming up. That must be Jonesy. Yep, that's Jonesy coming up. You know what? I might just jump in the Ranger and go out there. I'll go out and I'll show you guys what we got. So the black peat here is full, ready to go to town first thing in the morning. And Jonesy is out here. He's gonna dump on my dad's truck and fill him up. I'll turn my lights off so I don't distract him. So he is gonna dump on Dad here and fill him up clear full. His lights are a little blinding. There we go. Block the light so you can actually kind of see the cart. He's gonna fire it up and fill my dad up. I dumped on him, but my cart's not enough to fill. But this is as far as I can, this is as much as I can show you with a nighttime harvest. So I'm sure we'll go into the night tomorrow. I'll make sure my phone's charged, and I'll take you guys along tomorrow. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, I lied, guys. Jonesy and I went up, and Jonesy brought me back with the Ranger. I'm gonna take Dad's big rig up and park it closer to the shop since it's ready to go to town. So I will release the brakes, put in the clutch. I'm loaded, so I'll put it in low gear. Let off the clutch nice and easy since we are loaded. Oh yeah, we're loaded all right. Yeah, I got her. I shifted her into first. Driving the big rig. Just get it out of the field since it's loaded, so there is no confusion as to whether or not we need to dump on it. I just got her in for, oh, I can put her up in a second, I guess. Wow, she just fell right into second. That was the best shift I think I've ever done. I've been practicing my shifting on this thing. That was a good shift. There was no grinding, no nothing. Sweet. I'll just kind of park it kind of next to the black peat up here. I already got the CB off. I just turned the lights back on and fired her back up. And I'll shift it into neutral. Let her roll. Hey, good enough. Release the truck brakes, or activate them, I should say. Turn off lights. There we go. And shut off the engine. Yes, both brakes are released and she is in neutral. All right, she's up here. All right, good morning, guys. It is now Thursday the 26th. It is just after 9 in the morning. I'm out here in the field. I'm on the combine. I brought the service truck out this morning, and I am currently filling it with fuel. We're using our mobile fuel station on the service truck with our pump connected to our battery on the truck, and I'm filling it up with fuel. I just got done putting 2 jugs of DEF in. Scott took the main air filter, and he took it up to go blow it off because it was dusty yesterday. I cleaned the windows on my tractor this morning, and it's gonna be a dusty one today too. But we had some beans on the combine, some on Jonesy's cart, and then my car was full. So both trucks went to town this morning and dumped the loads that they had on them last night. And Dad's got to do a quick load for a customer real quick this morning. Just hauling some corn. And then Scott came back with a black truck, and we emptied the combine onto the big cart. And all the beans that were on the carts then went on to make another truckload. So Scott is going to take that into town this morning, just so that everything is empty and ready for another day in the field, probably going after sundown again today. I did bring my charger so I can take you guys along tonight, but I'm going to pretty much It's just a matter of standing here and waiting for this to click off, which it's got a while yet. I don't even see it down there in the deal. It's just a matter of standing here and waiting for this to click off. I'll go down and shut the pump, drain the line, and I'll pack it all away and go back up to the shop and do our final preparations to get ready to do another day in the field, and I'll take you guys along. All right, guys, it's now 1 o'clock, and Jonesy got a full cart, and then I got a full cart, and now Jonesy's got half a cart and whatever Tom's about to dump on him. But that was the last pass of the 50-acre piece here across the creek here at the field behind the shop. So that's gonna do it for this field, I do believe. And we are going to get stuff up to the shop and get a game plan and see which field we're gonna move to. And I think we're probably gonna keep on running today. Just switch over to a different field and keep on going, start the process, open her up. But this is the last of the beans. I'm empty. I don't have anything on me. I just got done filling trucks. But this is the last of the beans. But we're going to get a game plan and we're going to move. Well, guys, we are now in the field next door, just to the west. And I used my tractor here to block traffic coming from the west so the combine could get in. We just left the head on and drove it down the road. But when I backed up and got in the field, I was gonna park right up along this hillside, and my tractor lost park. I'd put it in park and she would keep rolling. And so we came out and we assessed that the pin broke where it should go. So I've got a wrench, some vice grips, and a 1/4-inch bolt to at least do a temp fix. And this is the tranny right here, and you see this little bracket there, you see them 2 holes right there next to that wire? That is the park mechanism, and that goes up. You can see here this rod goes up, and that's my shifter. These are all my shifter rods. So I'm gonna put this bolt in there and double nut it so that it has park again. And we'll do it as a temp fix, and we will see how it goes. But I'm gonna get this fixed. All right, guys, it is now 2:37, and I'm in the tractor. I got it back into commission. I mean, it was drivable. I could have still ran today with no park. It's just now I got that bolt put on, and I got it double nutted, and I do have some spare bolts with me on my dash here in case it does snap the bolt. But I got tension back. When I put it up into park, there's supposed to be tension, and I have that tension, and it's been locking in park, so I know I'm in park right now. So we are back in action. Just a brief little breakdown got me fixed. Jonesy's been able to keep up without me, but we're back and we are ready to roll. So we are going to roll in this field here, get her all opened up, and we'll see how late we run tonight. Alright guys, so this is the last dump of the day. We got done with our bigger field that we switched to, and then we moved over to the west again to our 3 little patches field that we call foamers. And this is the last of it right here. So we're not going as late. It is 7:35 right now. So we're not going as late. Oh, about an hour. We went on about another hour last night, so not too bad. We're gonna take everything back to the shop tonight. I'm gonna dump this on the truck and get that all situated, and then tomorrow morning we're going to be moving west to one of our farthest west fields that is beans, and it's a big field. It's the field last year with corn that had really steep hills next to the interstate. So we are going to be on our game tomorrow. We're going to get this there. Alright guys, it is a little after 9 o'clock at night now. I got home maybe about 20-30 minutes ago. And I've been doing my nightly tradition of unpacking my lunchbox, throwing away any trash, and making my sandwiches for lunch and supper tomorrow. And I'm putting them in the fridge, so all I have to do is grab them in the morning and put them in the lunchbox. And I was getting my ice water ready for tomorrow. I just take a milk jug and fill it halfway with water, put it in the freezer, so that in the morning it's nice and frozen. And then I fill it up the rest of the way with water, and I have ice water to drink throughout the day as well. And I get the lunchbox repacked and head back out to the shop. But I'm just in the middle of doing my nightly tradition. But I figured I would go ahead and wrap this video up here, guys. Harvest, we are well into harvest now, which is awesome. We've done corn, and now we've switched over to soybeans. Obviously, we have more corn to do, but we've kind of switched, and we're doing a little bit of a slower pace soybean harvest right now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, seeing a little bit of both harvests from both crops that we farm. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash the like button on this video, spread the word of the channel, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.